Hello and welcome to the Uncommon Guild podcast, a show mostly about video games and video game news. I'm your host, Matt, and today I am joined by my good friends Richie, AJ, and Mark.
What's up?
We got a decent amount of topics and a decent amount of games that we played this week, so we should probably just hop right into this list. Mark, what have you been up to this week?
Man, I just got myself a Quest 2. It's great. It was my first real introduction to VR.
VR porn.
And yeah, definitely that. But more so just VR in general. And it was mind-blowing how well it tracks, especially without any of those towers in my house. It's just the VR headset. And it was really fun. Phasmophobia made me nauseous.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I don't understand how that made me that messed up, but it did. So I can't wait to keep doing that and hopefully get my my VR legs in. Been playing a lot of Beat Saber. Been playing a lot of Doom Eternal. Man, that game is good. For those that don't know, it is out on PC Game Pass now, so it is definitely something you should pick up if you have access to it.
That might be my pick for game of the year. I'll tell you that right now. Doom
So
Eternal's
good.
So dope. That's such a good game.
The gameplay loop is just phenomenal on how you
It's
get
perfect.
your health, your armor, your ammo back, and there's no reloading, which just seems like a minor thing, but that's awesome. It's just consistent action.
The perfect mechanics reminds me of like something like a Sekiro or like a Dark Souls, where like the mechanics are just so perfectly, like Sekiro mainly, like the mechanics are just so finely tuned and just flow so good together that like the action is just going boom, 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 and it's
Yep.
just so it's like you're just riding a wave, man. Just like, oh, I gotta get some health, I get some ammo, but it all keeps you in the action. How you get it?
Yeah,
Fire, bro.
awesome game. But yeah, that's what I've been up to this week.
Well, hold on, because we blew through these topics, so let's slow back, walk a couple steps back. VR Phasmophobia. The prison level came out this week. I don't think we talked about that on the last podcast, but I believe all of us have at least stepped into the prison. I don't think AJ lasted much at all when we did it with
Unless
AJ.
like 2 seconds.
You like died
prison.
instantaneously.
Unless like 2 seconds, bro.
Take the movie stereotypes.
Yeah, like I gotta go first, bro. That's how it is. I just accepted my fate in Phasma.
Yeah, so in the beta build for Phasmophobia, they added a prison level, which is, I think, the most intense level out of all of them.
It's pretty freaking hard.
There's so many wide open areas, so it's really hard to just hide from the ghosts. So just end up running and hoping for the best sometimes.
On top of that, they added like more sound effects. So like you'll literally hear like a chair move or like this tapping or scrapes, and it's like, what the heck was that? Like it sounds so freaking realistic. A couple times I literally look like I go like this, and I'm like, is this really happening?
And your headphones fall off too, right?
Yeah, just like that.
That's how scary it is.
Like I feel like I'm playing Phasma right now.
I actually experienced my first VR death in Phasmophobia. I was
And
hiding
your
in
second VR death.
and-
What is that?
I'll get to that. I was hiding in a corner, and then I was like, oh man, I tried to get out the door, but the door locked. And so I was just hiding in this corner and just really hoping the ghost didn't turn the corner. It did, and killed me, but I didn't quite die. Instead of going to like the normal death animation, my character kind of just stood up and dropped all my equipment. And then I walked over to Chris and Mark when we were playing, and they were able to hear me for like 5 seconds, and then they couldn't hear me anymore.
That is weird.
So I assumed I
glitched out.
died. So the next time we went in there and we were fighting the ghost, they went and hid in a room, and I was kind of just staying out so I could see where the ghost came from, and it killed me again.
Dang.
For real that time. So
So
actually,
that ghost really didn't like you.
I turned into a ghost, and
'Cause Matt's always sus.
and then
That's a big fact.
The biggest sus person ever. We'll have
And
to talk about that in podcast sometime.
Yeah.
after I died, I found out, because now ghosts can manipulate objects. I was able to communicate to Mark and Chris through holding a clipboard and saying yes or no, and we were able to find the ghost, which killed Chris, but Mark was able to get out safely.
Very funny. Very funny.
Yeah.
I got a hot take for this podcast, but we'll save it for another date regarding Phasma. we don't get into it though. We'll save it for another podcast.
All right, we'll save it for later. And then you also mentioned Beat Saber, so I just wanted to ask, what difficulty level and what songs are you feeling on there?
I could not tell you songs. I just pick whatever has a big ass drop, and then I'm like, all right, I guess that's what I'm doing. And I play normal or hard. There's like a couple songs I can play on hard, but most of them are normal. So I'm still getting used to it. Still getting the directionality of all the blocks down.
So if you're interested and you do like the game, they have a Rocket League music pack that I really enjoy. Those songs are hard.
I did see that. I'm trying to get used to it and trying to get, go through the 16 or so whatever songs it came with, and then I'm gonna probably pick up the Beat Saber pack.
And then my second point that I want to make to you, Mark, is you really want to get your VR legs, play the 360 mode. That will definitely throw you off, because man, I played
the thing I don't understand is I played Payday 2 VR and I was fine with that. But Phasmo, maybe it's the speed at which you move, because you don't move fast at all.
No, you don't.
It's just a slow, methodical thing. But I'm over here blasting cops in Payday 2 because it's all fast paced, and I had no problem with it.
But 360 Beat Saber is a completely disorienting experience and really cool. So I would definitely recommend you try it out. But just make sure that your area is pretty clear, because you're going to be spinning around, especially if you're playing the harder levels.
I got a whole living room with nothing in it. So.
Okay, so that sounds like those were your games, Mark.
Yep.
I'll go into mine a little bit. I actually played a bunch of games a little bit. I played a little bit of Sekiro. I picked up Soul Calibur, so I was playing that. But Sekiro, I thought I'd be good at it, but I still suck. So it feels like I'm starting completely over.
You must have started a new save.
I did start a new save. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, good.
I feel like when I first loaded into the game, I'm like, man, I don't know how to do this.
That's good, because Sekiro is a perfect game for like getting good. It builds you up real nice.
Yeah, well,
you just gotta commit, because that game is so dope.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I'm
trying to get into it. I have it on PC now, so it's running at a solid 60 frames. So I'm hoping I can push through it. But the main game that I wanted to talk about this week is Galgun 2 VR. Have either of you guys heard about this?
Wait, so Galgun from like Sword Art Online Galgun?
Nope. Definitely not.
Even close. Also, I think that's Gun Gale.
Oh, you're right. I was gonna freak the heck out. I was like, are we seriously getting this finally?
Nope.
What's Galgun?
Okay, Galgun 2 VR is a VR game. And you guys know like House of the Dead, right? It's an on-rail shooter.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, replace zombies.
Oh, I'm looking at it right now.
With anime girls. And replace bullets with euphoria shots. And what you have to do is you have to fill the girls with euphoria so that they collapse into a heap. And that's the game.
What the heck?
It's so dumb. It's also really funny. But the main reason why I want to talk about it is that it runs better than like any other VR game I've played through the PC. And I think it's because it's like on an older engine and not as graphics heavy. So it runs super smoothly. And I also think because it's less realistic, maybe my brain adjusts to like the anime style of it better. Because like No Man's Sky and
this game has some epic physics engines built in, like some DOA type level.
Yep. It is it is the ultimate weeb game. Is the best way to
pushing the CPU to its limits, guys.
the physics engine, man.
And if you ain't got a 1500X for this, you gonna need it. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean the game ran surprisingly well, and I don't know, it's fun, and it's all my games. I've realized that like all my games are like super dark and evil. Like I'm playing Darkest Dungeon, I'm playing Sekiro, and it's just
that you need some weeb in your life.
I needed a little bit more weeb in my life, especially since I beat Code Vein. I just need a little bit of weeb in my life, so it's been a good chill game to play. It's not hard at all. So yeah, that's Galgun VR.
Wait, how much is that game?
Well, you have to buy it comes in 2D, and then you can buy an add-on for VR because I don't think VR launched with it. So, but in VR for Galgun 2, it is the full game. But Galgun VR is just Galgun 2 VR, but as like an arcade shooter.
I'm on Steam right now.
Okay.
Galgun 2 VR bundle, which is the game and the VR DLC.
Yep.
At least in Japan, is 4,000 yen or about $40 for people who aren't, into the yen thing.
I bought it for 16 on sale.
I bet you did.
We're paying on 40 for that.
It's not bad. I wouldn't mind buying it for 40, but it's definitely a acquired taste, as you say. I would not play it around children.
You'd probably get put on a list if you did.
You got to play that game behind a locked door. And I'm sure Matt's probably added some mods to that bad boy too.
No. Okay, so
I probably would still close all my curtains.
okay, I do want to. This is the other reason I want to mention it. So, I did mod the game, but not for the reasons you think.
Oh yeah. Sure.
So
go on.
Okay.
So,
Let's do
certain
this
parts of the
bullshit.
game, if you get too close to an object, you'll clip through it. But instead of clipping through it like you do in Phasmo, you just turns the screen black, and that was getting super annoying. So I tried looking for mods for it, and you would never guess this, but all the mods for this fucking game are all nude mods. And so I had to dig through all of this garbage
Would have never guessed.
to find the mod that actually let me turn off that clipping thing.
So you skipped all the good mods on that one.
No, he had to install all those mods so he can get to the other mod, you know? That's how it works.
What kind of mods you got?
I just told you.
Increase the physical size.
No, that was a clipping mod.
Increase physics engines.
Increase physics.
It seemed like it was
physics.
for some
Oh,
reason.
mod.
It seemed like the explicit mod had broken for certain versions of the game, and it was a really complicated process. But for the anti-clipping mod, that was just post it in this spot, and you're good to go. So
Yeah, we get what you're trying to say. We get it.
sure.
What's next?
Yeah, Richie, save us.
All right. I'm gonna reel it back in. So I've been playing Star Wars Fallen Order.
Oh yeah.
I
That's
don't
a
know
good game
why,
right there.
because I'm a huge freaking Star Wars fan. I guess I was playing a different game, and this game just took forever for me to get to. I'm finally getting into it, and gosh dang, it's a seriously
Cal
good
Kestis.
freaking game. Like my gosh, and it's nice because it's like a dark, feelsy kind of game. Like it's pretty freaking challenging.
It's pretty
With
Souls-y,
Star
bro.
Wars.
It's Souls-like for sure.
And then like the sound effects, like when you just let out your stuff, like lightsabers, just it's like,
Yep.
gosh, you could literally feel like reverb in your chest. It's like, geez, I want to freaking wreck something.
Yeah.
That game is a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it. And the other game I'm playing is Among Us, and I gotta say, it's a pretty fun game. It really teaches you how to lie, and you get to really see that. Matt is a very sus person, not just between
Yeah,
our
just
friends,
vote Matt out.
but the public. We don't have to say anything, but for some reason, the public,
think he's
whoever we're
sus
playing
too?
with, they'll think he's sus. And it's like
Yep.
that's insane.
I'm just
It's
very
eclectic,
funny.
and nobody understands who I am, and so
You're just
everybody
sus.
expects
Exactly.
me.
Which means
It's
you're probably an
really-
imposter.
It's really funny. Well, like sometimes I'll be like working on something, and I'll just see you like at the edge of my viewing scope, just standing there. And it's like that is
Yeah, I'm
so
making sure
creepy.
you're not sus. I
I don't know if you're gonna kill me or if you're. I don't know.
mean, a big part of the game is saying, "Oh, I was
So
watching
funny.
Richie, so I know he didn't kill
Yeah.
that person." You know,
It's just
Yeah,
funny
but when
how-
we all see you, we're like, hey, what was Matt
Yeah,
doing?
why
I
is
don't know,
Matt
just
not
standing
doing
there
any
being
tasks?
suspicious,
It's
Spawn
funny.
people around.
not doing tasks.
Yep.
I finished all my tasks
it's
like super early. So like I think one game I'd finished my task before the first meeting, and then after that I was just
Yeah,
following people.
there really is nothing else you can do.
Yeah.
Matt, you know how you can watch people and not be sus? Just sit in security. Everybody comes up like, oh look, there's Mark in security. He's
Yeah, then-
not sus. He's been here for the last 10 minutes.
I feel like every game I've played in, someone dies in security.
Oh yeah, that happens to me a lot.
I haven't
And the
died
thing
security
is,
yet.
like, you'll
you
be
sus.
doing
Wait, didn't
something.
you? Yeah, you did.
I didn't. The other guy died in security.
Oh, the other guy died in security.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's crazy. That game, like, you'll be doing something innocent. Like, it literally, this is the thing I have to do, and it's still sus for anyone. Like, it's crazy. Like, anything you do, it's like I am right, but you're wrong at the same time. It's a fun game.
Wait,
It's a very
someone
fun
said,
game.
"Oh, that task that guy was doing only took 2 seconds, so he's sus." I'm like, oh, I'm sorry that I'm really bad at wire activities.
But weren't you actually the imposter of that game though?
I don't think so.
I think he was.
I feel like that was the game where you were actually an imposter.
When he was
Even
the
when Matt
imposter,
dies,
he
I
was
still
extra
suspicious of
quiet.
Matt.
When he's an imposter, he's extra quiet. I just think it's hilarious when Mark and AJ are freaking imposters. You guys kill someone, someone calls emergency, and you guys are like, I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Yeah,
We
man.
don't. We have
How
no
do you
idea
see
what
there as a
happened.
ghost? It's like, oh my gosh.
So I don't know what's going on, bro.
It's
Yep.
freaking hilarious.
How far? Well, I guess I don't want to say any spoilers, but Like how much? Well, how long? How much time have you put into Fallen Order? Did you just like an hour? Or...
I'd say 6 hours.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So you're a decent ways in then.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh
I've
yeah.
been playing a good amount. I want to try to hopefully beat it by the time Cyberpunk comes out. Because I tell you,
if you're 6 hours in, the game's not that long. If you're 6 hours in, you can finish it probably pretty soon.
Are you serious?
I highly recommend you do, because I know you're a big Star Wars fan, like I am, and you know if I say something is dope as hell, you know it's probably dope.
Oh no!
You got to finish that game to see the end of that game.
Gosh dang!
Because if you're hyped off of Star Wars right now, because of like Mandalorian, and whatnot,
freaking heck yeah!
When you see the ending of this game, you're gonna lose it. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna lose it.
Is the game canon to the Star Wars universe?
Yes, I believe.
Are you serious?
I believe it is canon. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Just a reminder, AJ was super excited about Avengers up until everybody canceled their pre-orders. So I'm just saying.
Well, I've actually played through Fallen Order and beat it, so it's not a situation where the game's not out yet and I haven't played it yet.
Okay.
And to be fair, Avengers, they let us on. They tricked us. It was a bait and switch. Because I mean, if you go back and look at those gameplay trailers, you can't tell me that shit doesn't look good.
Yeah,
they just.
I want to say all of us were very hyped about it.
Yeah, you can't tell me it didn't look good. Like if you,
I did.
If you're saying that it doesn't, you're fucking lying.
I was never excited about that game.
No.
I really wanted to wreck.
They tricked us. They tricked us.
I was always on the fence about it, and then the Spider-Man thing killed it for me.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that Spider-Man
was
thing. Yeah, that ruined everything. Yeah.
Like, thanks Sony. You guys constantly ruin things.
Thanks Sony. Saved me $60.
That's actually a good point. And because of that, we also didn't buy it, and we didn't get sucked into that trap of finding out it's not what we thought it was going to be. So, Thank you, Sony.
Yeah. All right, AJ. I think you have something you want to talk about.
Oh yeah. So I know you already talked about this on a previous podcast, but now your boy has been playing it.
Yep. Definitive opinion has been put out to the universe.
Yeah, but now I'm gonna give you the correct opinion. So I've been playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla on the Series X, and man, that game is fucking fire, babies. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, bro. Because all right, check it out. I'm a fan of Origins and Odyssey, so knowing that Valhalla was like kind of gonna be in that similar vein of those games, I was already hyped. And the game's everything I wanted it to be. It's Vikings. They kind of changed up the side quest where it's more like just world events. You kind of just walking around. The world's super immersive. There's so many little like letters and things you can read to add like background lore to like the areas that you're going through. The combat is dope, like super brutal, bro. Like, I don't even know if I've saved any clips from my gameplay, but just like the stun attacks, like just fucking jamming the sword through someone's abdomen or just like knocking someone's head off with the axe, bro. Super brutal combat. Runs really good. You know, this is my first time I've played Assassin's Creed at 60, because I don't even know if even the old Assassin's Creed on like 360s, their 60 era was 60. So this is my first time playing Assassin's Creed game at 60. So it's dope having that smooth gameplay.
I think Black Flag might have been 60 if you played it on the Xbox One.
I can't even remember at this point. It's been so long. But yeah, that smooth gameplay. Beautiful game, of course, because the other, Origins and Odyssey are beautiful games. So this Valhalla is a beautiful game. But it's just dope, man. It's fun. And like you just get lost in it. I think I'm like 15 hours in, and as far as story progression, I'm probably still. I just unlocked the Ancient Order, kill menu. I just unlocked that. Like maybe about 10 hours in, because I was just doing other stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even start all the starter missions at your initial base camp. So yeah, man, Assassin's Creed games, the gameplay loop is just perfect for my style of like games that I like. It's perfect setup for like progression, loot finding. It's just perfect, man. It sucks you in, and you just keep wanting to explore.
How long did it take you to get out of the intro?
I think it took me maybe the first area, which I think is Norway. That took me I want to say 4 or 5 hours to get out of.
Holy
That's a long
cow,
time.
that is
Yeah.
insane.
That's a lot longer than you need
4
to
hours
take.
in Norway.
Wow. That is
But I
hilarious.
was like, huh,
4
like, I
hours.
could just leave right now.
I feel
But
like
I
you
see
could get
some
out of
stuff
there in
over
an hour and a
here.
half to 2 hours if you were
You could.
just going main quest.
But
So it
then I
does.
was like, oh,
yeah, you don't have to be there that long. But
let me go over here and get do some of these mystery events. But it's cool, man. Like the world events are just so random. Like I stumbled on these friends arguing over a business transaction. Like they're running a business together, and one of them's like the farmer, like making all the barley, and then one of them's like the salesman, and the salesman's keeping like way more profit than he should. So the farmer's pissed, and they start bickering, and then you have to like figure out a resolution for them, and their family gets involved. Like they start brawling in the streets. The kids and the wives come outside, and you're just like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna burn down their whole silo." And then the family, like the kids, get happy, talk to the kids, like that's how immersive this. It reminds me of like The Witcher in terms of immersion, like just running into these people and seeing their experience, and just the I don't know, just the experience, the immersion, the story. You know what I'm saying? Just walking around and witnessing life at this time in history, although it might not be super accurate, but that's not the point. You know what I mean? It's the little moral of the stories that you get from these little mini world events and whatnot. It's dope, man.
That is pretty tight.
But Valhalla's so dope, bro. Like, if if you were all on the fence about it, I personally I'd recommend. I think it's dope. I know a lot of people don't like the Odyssey style, so I can tell you right now, if you don't like Odyssey, you probably won't like Valhalla. But I'd still check it out anyway. But yeah, man, that's what I've been playing. I've been sinking. I think I'm out 15 hours in, like I said. So
Dang.
I've been putting a lot of time into that Valhalla.
Yeah, it's definitely something I want to pick up at some point. I'm not sure when I will.
Yeah, you got
Maybe I'll wait. I don't play too many single player games, so the fact I'm even playing Doom is impressive enough. But I'll get it eventually. I don't think I'll get it while it's 60, but definitely be doing that.
Well, if you get it on PC on the Uplay Connect stuff, you can get a monthly subscription that gives you access to all the new games when they come out.
How much is that?
$15 for PC. I
That's
don't think
not
it's on
bad,
any
Mark.
other consoles. No,
You should try it out, and then if you don't like it, yes.
Yeah, at least
Okay,
for me,
I'll
the
look it up.
$15 are worth it to get in, get my feet wet, and go, okay, this is more of that style of Assassin's Creed that I'm not a fan of.
That dope Odyssey style. Oh yeah. Just for the record, I think I put like 90 hours in Odyssey.
Nice.
That's a lot.
Wow.
Pretty sure I did. It was between 85 to 90 hours of Odyssey.
Jeez. That is a lot.
All right, AJ, you want to tackle that first story we got?
Oh yeah, so let's jump into our first story of the night. I get to lead it off. So the first story is regarding the creator of Gravity Rush and the OG director of the OG Silent Hill, Mr. Keiichiro Toyama. I might have butchered that a little bit, but apparently he has left. He has left Sony Japan Studio. So he left Sony Japan Studio to go form his own studio called Bokeh Game Studio, and they did put out like a little video regarding his departure and starting this new chapter in his life with this new studio. Apparently, there is some concept art in this trailer about, I guess, regarding some of the new project that they're working on. I haven't looked at it myself, Matt. I'm not sure if you've seen any of that concept art or know what that new project is, but that's a big blow, man, to have someone who's been with the studio for so long. So you have a vet of studio who knows how things run. Obviously, he knows what he's doing. He's got a lot of experience under his belt. So to have that leave Sony Japan Studio is definitely a big blow. But you can't knock a man for having big ambitions and wanting to go out and really be able to create on his own, like Kojima did, right? Like he left and he's like, I really want to be able to have that creative freedom to do whatever the hell I want. So, and
he sure did.
Yeah, he was like, I'm gonna go off and make the most abstract shit anyone's ever seen in a game. Is it even a game at this point? No one knows, but I made it. So,
yep.
That's what Toyama did, man. He left to go form his own studio, and they're working on a project. They did mention along with that they had a gentleman by the name Kazunobu Sato, who designed Puppeteer and was the producer on The Last Guardian, is also joining that project as well. So, like I said, I don't know what they're working on. Matt, I don't know if you know, but if anyone's a fan of his directing style and the work he's done over the years, get excited for the new studio. Probably gonna see some really creative stuff.
I can't remember the name of the channel, but a while ago I had watched this video about like the making of some of the Silent Hill games, and just kind of how Konami's just. It seemed like they were micromanaging the whole thing. So I am super excited to see what he can do outside of that. And yeah, I mean, Kojima made his game. I'm excited to try that game one day when it gets down to a price that I want to pay for it, just because I don't know how much I would like it. But no, I am super excited. The OG Silent Hills, I thought the atmosphere in those games was just really intense. If you can bring that to a new game, if that's the direction that project's going, I didn't see that. That would be really cool.
Yeah, that's a good question because he's worked on such, random things like Silent Hill. Super dark and terrifying. He's got gravity rushes, more stylized. So Yeah, it's interesting, man. Like, what will he work on next? I'm trying to skim through the video real quick to see some of this concept art, and I do see like some weird drawings here, like some weird looking creatures. So it seems like we probably will get something abstract in the vein of like a Silent Hill again. So it could be another horror game, which I'm all about. I love horror games. So there you go. Yeah, check out that. Oh yeah, look at that creature. It's like some weird alien creature. Yeah, check out that new chapter video. It's got some interesting concept art. Again, that studio was Boca Game Studio from Keiichiro Toyama.
Yeah, I will definitely have to check that out when after done here. I did not. I just saw the news article flash by me. I didn't see that there was a video associated with it, so I got to go back and look at that.
Yep.
All right, Mark, what have you got?
So, Dauntless. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. It is
Monster Hunter.
Yeah, which is very funny because Monster Hunter is just anime Monster Hunter itself.
True.
Animator.
Yeah, even more animator.
Even more anime.
So, came out in 2019. They have a pretty big update coming out. I did not know this, so when I was researching it, cross-play, cross-progression, all that. So I might actually have to download this because I do really like Monster Hunter. I delve so much hours into Monster Hunter.
I think we talked about it at some point, but nobody else seemed interested in it. So I had it downloaded and then I deleted it.
I was the only one playing it.
I have it installed right now.
I played it for several hours. I played it for several hours, and I was like, guys, we got to try this. But you guys were all playing Monster Hunter, so it was like,
oh, that's what it was.
I guess. I still played it for several hours. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool. Seeing these updates is like, I think I'm going to get back into it.
Maybe the one that I'm very interested in was, I mean, it's free to play.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can always just try it. Actually, I don't even know if his PC would handle it.
But it's crossplay, right? So you could just play it on
Xbox.
Crossplay, so you get Xbox, yeah.
Or Switch.
That's true. Switch.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it sounds horrible. Don't do that to yourself.
The thing I was really interested in is Hunting Grounds. So it's a new hunt type where it's just like you have the open world and you go through and you kill the monster and you keep going. Unlike when you would go out and go hunt a big monster.
Oh, yeah.
In Monster Hunter, once you kill it, they're like, all right, cool, the hunt's over. Take your loot from them.
Yeah,
and then end it. This one, you just keep going and going, and you find
That
more
is
behemoths.
That's fire, bro.
That's actually very cool.
I'm not gonna lie, I would get back into this game if you guys wanted to.
I'll download it right now if you want me to.
How many players is it per party? 6?
4. That might be why we didn't end up picking it up.
That's at least a 5-player. At least a 5-player game.
Yeah, they just need to add one more. It'd be great.
Yep.
But so they have those hunting grounds. They have their own battle pass, which I can't afford another battle pass. It's just too much time. But they have obviously the free and the elite.
Battle
How many
pass
battle
so
passes do you have?
Matt's got
I have Smite and I have Apex.
I have Smite and Rocket League.
I did, but I don't have Oh no, I do have Call of Duty as well, but I'm done with Call of Duty.
Wait, you're done?
Yeah, I've been done for like a hot minute.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I played a lot of Call of Duty when you guys were gone. A lot of Call of Duty. Not gone, but like during my time when you guys were asleep.
That's true.
But they also have gliders, so you can you can fly around and use that to find your target. I just imagine
That's
4 people
sick.
gliding around, being
Yeah.
like, "Oh, there it is,"
Whoa.
and then dive bombing this dude.
Oop,
That is
there
dope.
it is.
Uh,
That's pretty sick, though.
So it is definitely something we should look into. It's free to play, and this new update was also free. I'm sure there's some like microtransactions somewhere because they got to make money somewhere.
Oh yeah,
They
I mean,
got you.
battle passes
Definitely.
and cosmetics.
They got
that's
you.
there.
But yeah, it actually looks very interesting, and that hunting ground seems mega.
Looks like we're downloading a new game
Yeah,
tonight,
we'll
boys.
have to download it.
Ooh.
All right, AJ, what you
Start
got?
that download right now.
What's your next story?
Hey, next story. I get it pulled up here. So the next one we got is regarding this will be just a quick story here, but it's a new Xbox update dropped, and with this new update, it allows you to preload games that will be coming to Game Pass. So the best example that we got here, Dragon Quest XI just dropped on Game Pass this week, and you are able to pre-install that before the release on December 3rd. So it does say in the article that not every game will support preloading. So I guess they did want to preface that, like it's available, but not every game's going to support it. But looks like for the vast majority of the big games, you can expect to be able to pre-install some of the major titles for Game Pass. Really, this is a feature that should have been there from the get-go. What's up?
I was gonna open the game up to. I was opening Xbox to see of.
Did you just crash something?
No.
Oh, what are you doing? I can see it on YouTube.
Matt broke the podcast.
He's covering my face right now.
No, I actually I clicked on install because I wanted to see. It looks like Dragon Quest XI is available for PC, but
yeah, I think it is. Yeah, actually, no, I think it is. It is on PC, and I remember that because Dragon Quest XI supports the Play Anywhere feature, so you could hop between PC and Xbox and carry your save over, which is dope.
Oh, what I guess I'm saying is that it's been available. I don't know how long, but it's been in my store for a while now.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know the story that if Xbox got it later or something.
Oh, you're talking about like a PC version? Yeah. So Xbox is getting this game super late.
Okay.
But I'm not in regards to PC Game Pass getting it earlier. I'm not really sure, but it is available on everything now, so you can definitely go and install this game and start playing today. Because at least for the Xbox Game Pass, it came out on December 3rd. So that was the big major news from the Xbox update. They also added in an auto HDR tag, so you know the new consoles, and I believe the One X supports this as well, an auto HDR feature where it uses an algorithm to add HDR to games that don't typically have it. I've seen the feature in action myself with Apex Legends and some other games. It's beautiful in Apex Legends. It looks so good.
Yep.
But now when you play a game and you click the guide button, you'll see the auto HDR label in the top right, so you'll know if a game is utilizing auto HDR while you're playing it. So those are kind of the big two takeaways from this week's Xbox update.
All right, Richie, why don't you hit us up with the next story?
All right, so my story is kind of random, and a lot of people who have the new Xbox Series X, you know, some people like to experiment with their new systems, and a lot of new Xbox Series X owners discovered that the new Xbox Series X is actually a PS2 emulator. It can play PS2 games, and you know what's funny? PS5 can't do that. So suck on that, Sony.
Is
No,
that
I'm just kidding. It's a great system, but I just thought that's hilarious. Like, what are the odds? Like, that's so random.
is that through the developer UI that they're able to do that? Okay.
Yep. So, yeah, just want to throw it in there. Thought it was hilarious. So that's a thing.
All right. AJ, you want to hit us up with the next story then?
All right. So next story we got. This is a big one right here. But so we had a couple people leave BioWare. So we had Casey Hudson and Mark Dara leave the studio, Bioware. And if you don't know who these people are, let me fucking pull it right up here. Because I don't want to get messed up. Because one of them was the GM.
It's Casey
And I do
Hudson.
not want to get mixed up. Is it Casey?
Yeah.
All right. So Casey Hudson was the general manager, and Mark Dara was the executive producer on the new Dragon Age that's going to be coming out. So two pretty big positions just left BioWare, and well, for one, we've been seeing a lot of studios have a lot of people exiting. Most recently, I can remember Halo Infinite having a lot of people exiting from 343 over there. But I know BioWare has been through just a lot of shit since Anthem has come out. I feel like they have just been around the time Anthem released, people have been dropping like flies from BioWare. They didn't release a statement as to why they were leaving BioWare, of course. And you know, as always, they had nothing but good things to say about the team over there. But it does make you wonder, was there something going on? Was EA doing their corporate hand thing, where they're micromanaging and not really allowing certain creative freedoms or certain creative liberties to go on? Like what would cause them to leave, especially Mark, the executive producer on the upcoming Dragon Age, to depart a game in the midst of its development? I think it's still like quite early. I don't think it's not for a while, right? So yeah, it makes you wonder like why leave now? But yeah, so that I think that's something worth talking about. I don't know if either of you, Richie, Mark, or Matt, read this news and are big fans of Dragon Age. I know Matt is, at least. And do you guys have a history with these two that left the company, and does it make you nervous for the upcoming Dragon Age?
As someone who's played Dragon Age's Origins 2 and 3, yes, I am very concerned. Both of them leaving at the same time is either they left in solidarity with each other, or EA is clearing house and getting ready to gut the studio as soon as Dragon Age is done. Those are the two. Those would be my two suspicions, completely out of nowhere. I have no information to back that up, but both of them leaving at the same time concerns me a lot. Like, if it was just one of them and then another one fell out a few weeks later, like, okay, well, people are leaving as the project's being finished and moving on to the next thing, but both leaving at the same time gives me concern. I was already concerned about Dragon Age ever since Anthem and all the stories that came out after Anthem.
Yep.
So I'm really hoping that game's good, because I really do enjoy the Dragon Age games, and I want Dragon Age 4 to be good, but yes, very concerned.
Yeah, fucking I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I remember one of the big things with Anthem was utilizing Frostbite, and of course the new Dragon Age is still going to be using that. That kind of makes me kind of wonder if some of the development from like that next iteration of Anthem and the work maybe they've done with the engine has gone over to Dragon Age 4. And some of the shortcomings and stuff like that will be rectified, and maybe things won't be so bad.
Well,
I know a lot of the big
was on Frostbite too, wasn't it?
Was it?
I could have sworn it was, because I think that was another game where much in the way that they did Anthem, they were hoping to get it all done in the last 5 months, and for Dragon Age they did, but Anthem didn't quite come together in those last few months. Whatever they called BioWare Magic, or whatever the studio was calling it, when they just locked down and get it all done.
Yeah, they used it all up.
Yeah. You roll the dice so many times, eventually you're gonna get a bad roll. So
it's weird how that happens, man. Like how you can have a studio, the name carries so much weight, like BioWare. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, especially 360 era, it was like, damn, like BioWare, like this is a top tier developer. Now it's like, oh, BioWare, like. Who gives a fuck?
Well, that's what this does with EA, right? I mean, this is what EA does, right? I mean, what's left there? DICE, Respawn.
Respawn's the only good developer they got right now.
Yeah, so hopefully Respawn can continue to have their independence, but EA does EA things eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys keep up with like the Apex store, but it's been a whole shit show.
What's been going on with that?
Oh
I
yeah.
can't remember.
Mainly like how their packs are and like how like this Hollow
Oh.
Bash deal that came out.
Yeah, I remember now.
They're putting out like these the trailer and they're like, yeah, this is like, look at Crypto and his cool looking
Yeah, that
matching
was-
gun, but
that
the
was
gun is
dope.
tied to another character while Crypto has another character's.
Like corporate
What?
greed.
So it's like if you
Yeah.
took all the guns for all the character skins and shifted them over to the next character, so
Yeah.
that if you want the matching gun with your character, you have to buy at least 2 sets.
Wow.
That's terrible. That's
That's
so
ridiculous.
So
That's messed
just
up.
small stuff like that, and it's yeah. And initially their battle pass, I think we had talked about it at one point, was like impossible to grind out. But I think it's like one of those things where they do something really bad and then they dial it back a bit and they're like, well, at least it's better, even though it's still really shitty. People are like, oh, thank God they listen to us, but it's only now 20%
Yeah.
better than it was
I
before.
think people still called them out after that, and I believe they said they reduced it back to like the previous season's levels.
That's just a bait and switch though.
So
Yeah.
They inflate the price at first, then bring it back down.
hmm
It's that fucking sales trick.
yep.
Start high. Then
You go in
bring it
saying,
down to it.
hey wife, I want to buy this 3090, with the new Ryzen's, and then you just slowly work down to the 3080.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
All right. Mark, why don't you hit us up with the next story?
Yeah. So Microsoft, because they got fat wallets, just goes around buying everything. Recently just bought Smash.gg, which is the tournament style for Smash. As far as I'm able to see and look at, everything looks the same. Prior to their acquisition. But at least the competitive Smash community, which is normally neglected by Nintendo and kind of chastised at least a little bit, is getting some sort of love. So I'm excited to see where that goes because Smash does have a massive competitive community. Yeah, right now everything looks normal. The statement they put out saying that they're going to keep going business as usual. So I'm curious to see where Microsoft's going to put their little Microsoft thing, Microsoft twist in there.
Well, they'll probably add in like Halo to it, right? And just kind of use their whatever their engine or their stuff is that they use to build out the tournament and the social stuff. That's what I would assume that they're doing. It's just taking that platform and using it for their other games.
Yeah,
I feel like people are using
It'd be cool to see that. It'd be cool to see it used as a centralized esports site that is not just Smash.
Now, what would be dope is if somehow they can incorporate that into the actual, like, some sort of dashboard item within the Xbox, and then have like tournament, like how they have like looking for groups and things like that. Like, imagine they built in like a good like tournament system, along with utilizing something like a Smash and having it linked somehow. That would be dope, man.
Yeah,
that'd be a cool feature to see.
It would be definitely good for two different communities. And I like to see the competitive Smash scene because it's massive, and I've followed it for years now.
I watched a lot when it was Melee was at the forefront. That was good. That was a good time.
Trying to think how many of these like esports platforms have been like brought up and then just like crumbled to dust, and yet Smash GG has just been here.
It's a ton.
So, yeah,
and honestly, a lot of those other sites, when you look at them, were kind of like someone who got the basics of web design down. It actually looks like a very nicely designed website.
Yeah, I just checked it out. It looks pretty clean.
So,
let me pull it up.
Yep, and they've been a thing since 2015.
Wow.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought it was older than that, but okay. Yeah, hopefully Microsoft does some good things with that because, if they were to add in, here's this tournament and just everything's just built into the system, that'd be a killer app to have.
What was that one additional app, AJ? Was it Waypoints?
Which one?
Back in when Halo was out, it was like you had the Halo, but then you had like a community.
Yeah, I think it was the Halo Waypoint.
Yeah, that'd be if they were to use something similar but with like tournament style and then just incorporate it into the game itself. Oh,
yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, that would be dope.
All right, Mark, why don't you go into our next topic?
Yeah, so this one's pretty quick, but Cyberpunk, people have the game already, whether it's for they've been sent because they're an influencer within the gaming community. There's stores that just sell it because they don't care about it says do not open until this day kind of thing. But there are people out there who already have patches that are saying, hey, you have to download this patch. The initial one is 43.5 gigs, and one of the personnel, what's his name? I had his name right here. Oh, I can't find it right now. But they came out and said, like, hey, that is a patch, but it is not the day one patch. So there's an additional patch you have to do on day one. So people are not super excited. But I kind of figured nowadays every patch is like massive.
Well, this game's gonna. It has to be a massive like file size. Want to know why?
Why is that?
Textures.
Why?
Keanu Reeves.
Because this game will be the greatest game ever made. That's why.
Heck yeah.
As long as 42 of those gigs goes to hyper detailing Keanu Reeves, I'm okay with it.
That 40 gig patch is just for Keanu. They got every single pore, every single hair. They got like precision mocap to the T.
Oh,
They even got how his pinky moves when he walks. You know what I'm saying?
it's actually literally Keanu Reeves.
Dang, it's the Keanu Reeves AI.
Transcendence, they dropped him in. They copied his conscience into the game.
Yeah, it's gonna be a thing. I'm excited to try it. I think it'll be fun. I'm not sure if it'll be the greatest game known to man, but I think I will enjoy it.
I'm definitely hyping it up way too much. But because of CD Projekt Red,
Enough.
I see that's right, Rich.
Enough.
It's because of CD Projekt Red that like I thought I'm allowed to have the hype level because they usually bring the heat. You know what I'm saying? This game's been developed for a long time.
Oh,
they have a good track record. I will give you that.
Dude, freaking Witcher 3. Oh, that's seriously one of my favorite games of all time.
And they've delayed the fuck out of this game, so it's gotta be good.
Just a touch.
The hype is freaking real.
Yeah.
And you know what? That actually goes perfect into what I wanted to talk about for the next topic. It's not even really a topic, but I personally think, and a lot of people think this too, this game is going to look stupidly good in photo mode. That people are going to constantly taking photos. Oh, look at this. Like Dark Souls 3, a lot of people are doing that constantly. But no, screw that. No, freaking Cyberpunk 2077. Gosh, dang. Yeah, just take a freaking picture of the trash. Dude. Every single piece of trash was uniquely placed there. Literally.
Yeah, it's facts. That's big facts.
I will say the photo mode does seem going to be very interesting, especially if they implement it to the level of like what was it called? Forza had a really good one.
Did you see the photo mode trailer?
Yeah,
bro, that's it's deep, bro.
So being able to fine tune it like you're taking an actual picture, I think will be very cool.
We're about to see professional cyberpunk photographers.
Oh heck!
People are gonna get paid to take photos in Cyberpunk 2077.
Freaking a lot of I'm just making a prediction right now, but we're probably gonna be seeing a mass amount of photographers working for Discovery and National Geographic quitting their job to take professional photos in Cyberpunk 2077.
The world is just that immersive. It's that real. That the street photographer's about to go wild, bro, in Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, I'm watching a video right now of someone who literally just stopped in the middle of a gunfight, took a photo, and there's all these settings and everything to customize the freaking photo to make it look perfect. It's insane. Like you could do that. Like holy gosh, dang! I can't freaking wait for this game to come out.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great game. My only concern, I'm super disappointed that the next gen, or I guess current gen, PS5, Series X versions aren't dropping with the game.
Yeah,
I wish they would at least patch it to allow like a higher resolution ceiling for performance mode. Or maybe they've already done that. I don't know, but that's at least my hope, so I can get something out of it while I wait for like the true patch to come out in 2021.
That patch is the PC getting like the fully upgraded version of the game at launch, and then the new consoles will just have to wait.
Yeah, PC will have everything at launch, ray
Okay.
tracing, and all that good shit.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to find, but everybody's just talking about the 43 gig patch, so I couldn't find anything. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. It is.
I can't wait
good
for
to look at this
2070
game.
to be crying.
What you say, Matt?
I'm just saying, just walk in with a little bit of, just be careful, If you're too hyped and it's a really good game, but it's not up to your expectations, you'll be disappointed. But if you go in with low expectations and then it blows your mind, it'll be a much better experience. Is all I'm saying.
It's typically what I do in my life.
Yeah.
I just set really low expectations for myself.
Yeah,
Long as I meet the par, I am okay.
I want to be hyped as fuck, and then it even exceeds that hype. So I'm even more like my mind just explodes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm so freaking hyped. I could literally punch a hole in my wall. And it's too late. Like, I can't lower this hypeness. I'm just.
It is too late. You're right.
I'm as hype as I was for the new Star Wars trilogy. The bad thing is that trilogy is freaking trash.
Yeah.
So, remember how you guys walked away from Last Jedi?
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Matt is right. I'm gonna be crushed if that happens to me.
Yeah, Last Jedi was a slow burn, man. That was like, it was like realizing that your dog has cancer and he's slowly fading away, but it happened really fast. It wasn't like you had a month, you had like 2 hours to realize like it's all over. You know what I mean?
It's like you got freaking betrayed. It's like, what the heck was the point of my life? Like, can I restart my life? No, you can't. Freaking Star Wars ruined it. Thanks. But guess what? We got freaking Mandalorian season 2. And oh my freaking gosh. Oh, that just restarted the Star Wars hype train.
Hey, look, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau never watched this shit, but thank y'all so much for bringing Star Wars back on track.
Heck yeah. Thank you, guys.
Like, hats off to y'all because y'all fucking killing it, bringing us back to where Star Wars is supposed to be.
So, Mark, we had voted about what the best Star Wars movie. Can you please remind everybody what the Uncommon
You look at it and
podcast
dislike that video. You look at it and dislike that video.
voted?
There's no likes on that shit. I was about to obliterate that with one dislike, but I didn't do it.
I believe it was The Last Jedi. I haven't seen it.
Yes. I turned the podcast off right then.
You gotta be kidding me. You guys said that on the podcast?
Yeah, they did. They said the shit on the podcast.
Yeah, it's like when AJ and I weren't there. Can you imagine the uproar if you were there? That'd have been like a 6-hour podcast of us just trashing.
Did you want a 24-hour podcast? We could take it there.
I was gonna say, because the uproar apparently started 3 weeks later, so here we are.
Gosh dang! Every time Stoll mentions that, it's like there's like a little fire in the background, 100 yards away, and we forgot about it. The moment someone talks about it, it's like, oh, let's get this tank full of gas and just dump on it. Boom! That movie freaking sucks.
Hey, just when you thought the wound was fully healed, there's still a tiny scab.
It's like you just
Matt like poke at that scab like that right there, and then rip it off.
And
then you feel the hurt. You feel the hurt all over again.
You could argue that The Last Jedi was the most impactful movie in the Star Wars saga.
You know what's crazy?
You feel this way so long after its release.
You know what's crazy?
Yes, the impact.
One episode of Mandalorian, that was an hour or less than an hour, was better than 3 movies. The last trilogy. Like, goodness freaking gracious.
We're talking like
freaking time to be alive.
Funny times. It sounds like it. We could definitely just move on to this next one, though. Take over.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, here we go. This is another topic
here we go.
to talk about.
So the next one is related to video games, and this is about hearing the announcement that Oscar Isaac is slated to portray Solid Snake in the Metal Gear Solid movie. So this was huge news, and I didn't really know how I felt about it because, I mean, obviously Oscar Isaac is a fantastic actor.
Yeah, looks very fitting for it, honestly.
Yeah, and he's got
He's
the
got a
look.
great beard too.
Yeah, he's got the look, man. He's got the look. He's a fantastic actor. He's been in all types of genres of movies, so he can play anything. But
he doesn't have the voice.
the voice, Solid Snake's voice is like one of the most iconic parts of him from the video games.
It's
so much so
here.
they went to Kevin Costner for what, Phantom Pain? Was it Kevin Costner or whoever? I don't even know. It was somebody. Something like that. That, it was an uproar, like, yo, what are you doing? Like, was there a mod to even change the voice back?
I think so.
Yeah, because it's like, no one wants that. So that's my big concern. And I know that it's like, hey, it's a movie. Like, don't expect it to be just like the game. But with such a iconic character like Solid Snake,
yes,
like, you
got defined voice.
Gotta embrace him to the T.
Like his voice is so that's like that. Everyone knows the voice. Like that's such an iconic voice.
So
maybe they could hire the voice actor, and he, Oscar just plays Solid Snake, and then the voice actor talks over his voice.
Just David Hayter's actually talking over him. There's lip syncing it.
That might be worth it, honestly. That might be worth it.
Yeah,
dude. David Hayter and John B. Benjamin.
What's his name? I
David
don't know his name either.
David
no, I'm talking about the other guy. I forgot his name too.
I think it's John B. Benjamin. John Benjamin.
Who are you guys talking about?
Those two.
Kiefer Sutherland.
But like, I envy their voices.
Perfect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Everything they do. Even John Benjamin's really like crappy Archer Spanish. I'm like, oh my god, it sounds so good.
Dude. So I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Is there a projected date for the release of this film?
Yeah. John Benjamin was in Not Another Teen Movie.
What?
That wouldn't surprise me.
I'm gonna look that up. Hold on. All right, you guys do your thing. I'm gonna whole deep dive now, guys.
Yeah, look that up.
Talking about the Solid Snake voice actor, I didn't know he was also director. He co-wrote X-Men 2, The Watchmen.
What?
Wow,
I didn't know that either.
That's pretty cool.
I didn't know he had that versatility to that degree.
Yeah, seriously.
Man, that's super dope.
Let's see, voice acting landed. Yeah, he was a voice actor for Captain America, Spider-Man back in the early '90s. Wow.
Yeah, I know he's got some good voice acting.
He has a really cool career.
He's got an incredible voice.
Yeah, he does.
Yep.
He was one of the trainers in Not Another Teen Movie.
That's a great classic.
I'm sure if you went back and watched it, you'd instantly recognize who he is.
Captain America's in that movie.
My mind is blown right now.
All right, so I missed
Did you get yourself figured out, Matt?
So I believe
Matt,
so.
you've lost microphone.
You lost audio.
As well.
You still can't hear me?
Man, things are not
we can't
going
hear
great
you.
for you.
Yeah.
We can lip read though with your high quality camera.
I think he was saying he's not vegan anymore.
Do you think you guys think we can hire David Hayter to lip sync Matt right now?
Oh, that would be sick.
Can you guys hear me now?
Oh, there
you
you
go.
go.
You guys hear me now?
Okay.
Hey Matt, give us your best David Hayter impression of Solid Snake right now.
Colonel.
There you go.
So I assume you guys are talking about the Oscar Isaac role in the Solid Snake movies. Is that Poe?
Yeah.
Okay. It is. It's Poe Dameron.
Okay. I saw his credits as Star Wars: The New Trilogy. I was like, who is he? Then I looked at the picture. I was like, oh
man.
See? That's how shitty those movies are. You can't even remember one of them.
I
main
just
characters.
watched the clip with it. It's like 40 seconds long. And I'm getting back to this again. and you just hear Archer's voice talking about this kid who's like allegedly in a coma while they're in a football game. And I'm like, holy crap.
Oh, so I guess
That's just his regular voice.
I'm sure if you went back and watched that movie, you'd instantly recognize who he was.
Oh, absolutely. You just hear his voice. God, man. Yeah, both those people. There's a lot I would do to have a voice like that.
100%.
Well, you already have like the deepest voice in the group right now.
Yeah, but it's not
Yeah.
those. It's smooth.
I think if you did vocal training, you can get it deeper.
Oh yeah.
Dang. The deepest of voices.
You're
Give
trying
me
to get
3
court-
weeks. I'm gonna be off
gotta
the
go court
podcast for the
feet.
next 3 weeks,
Become like
and I'm
a-
gonna see how that works.
Oh, surprise!
Radio announcer.
Oh.
Did you realize that when you joined, Chris, you completely broke my setup? Because that's exactly what happened.
He almost had,
Nice.
he almost had a surprise guest.
Dang,
Our
it's like
very
that-
own Christopher.
Chris is the freaking
DJ Flair popping in. Hey, let's go ahead and jump to
DJ
the story.
Flair now.
I mean, if Chris wants to join, I can just switch to a different monitor, I think.
I mean, everything looks normal to me on Twitch.
I mean,
so-
I'm just saying we got one topic left.
Yeah, we also have one topic left.
But Chris obviously has something important he wants to talk about.
Does he have something to say about this last topic?
Come back in here, Chris, and talk. You have something to say about Fortnite? Come in. I'll just switch
Fortnite.
video cams.
Hey AJ,
While he's prepping, I'm gonna go ahead and start the story. But
hey AJ, real quick.
yeah,
Who's behind you right there?
the beautiful soul singer Sade.
I was trying to get you to turn around and.
Oh,
No, he already knows.
Well, who?
And one of your children just walked into the room like they do in all those
Oh
like
man, I
BBC
just got done
documentaries.
watching Haunting of Bly Manor, so don't fuck with me like that.
Hey.
I feel like I've been seeing shit out of the corner of my eye like all
Oh,
week.
dude.
since I
That
finished it.
shit
Bro.
was creepy for that reason.
Yeah,
Living in a Japanese house at night by myself, sometimes I hear a noise, and I'm like, that's it. I'm gonna die. The ring is
That's
gonna
it.
come kill me.
The
The
Ringu.
Grudge is gonna come kill me.
That's it.
Dude. Yeah. It's terrifying living here sometimes.
Dude, you should rent one of those properties that
Nope.
like are
I already know.
designated
Nope.
haunted. I forgot what the specific term is, but that'd be crazy. Document the whole thing.
Dude, do it. Go on YouTube, become a paranormal investigator. You've already got the experience from Phasmo.
Yeah,
You're basically
true.
a professional at this point. You see the equipment.
I'll just play Phasmo in an abandoned area.
Oh man.
But did you just give us a good YouTube video idea, Mark, with the
There we
Quest 2 inside of like a
An
Japanese haunted
old
location?
abandoned Japanese
Yeah,
prison.
We're doing it. Hey, you heard it right here. You heard it right here in the Uncommon Guild podcast.
Oh.
Mark is going to go to a Japanese haunted location with Quest 2 to play Phasmo.
And get voice acting lessons.
Richie, I don't know if I told you this, but I was watching a video on like the code behind Phasmophobia, and they discovered that motherfucker is in the abuse words twice, and so if you really want to piss off the ghosts, you say that, it'll doubly make it angry.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's freaking hilarious.
There you go.
So I had Chris walk into the
All right,
thing,
real-
and I just like, hey, come out here, you fucking motherfucker, and then Chris like ran back outside.
All right. Real quick. Last story. Peep this real quick. It's not even, everyone knows the story, but I kind of want to bring it up to the group just because I wish other games had this sort of impact. But I'm sure everyone saw that Fortnite had their Season 4 finale this week with the Galactus event coming in and destroying the island, setting up for Season 5 with new areas of the island and some new storyline that I'm not familiar with. And the real reason I wanted to bring this up was just the epicness of it all. Like I just might not be remembering anything, but I don't know any game that has such a fucking huge finale for a season at this scale. And I'm sure, it's just because Fortnite has the resources to be able to pull something off like this. But I wish more games did this, where it's like, seasons come to an end. We're about to have a mega, just ridiculously insane event to close it out and can hype up the next season. But I just wanted to hear what y'all's thoughts, or if you guys watched, because I watched the YouTube video of the Galactus event. What were y'all thoughts on it? And is there any games you guys want to see, do some cool stuff like this?
Yeah, I watched it. I thought it was actually really cool.
It was
And
dope.
Fortnite, they do a really good job of ending their seasons and even introducing them.
Yeah.
And honestly, like I freaking hate the game, and I really suck at it. It's probably the reason why I hate it so bad. But I'm really envious. Like I wish other games would bring in the hype level. Like it is so freaking cool. Like, come on, like other games, you guys need to do this. Like they're doing it right. It's really cool.
I don't play Fortnite, but they are doing it right, man, when it comes to their seasonal content and their events, even outside of the season, like the concerts and stuff like that. They're
Heck
doing it right.
I will say, I don't know if you guys, I don't want to get too much into it. Maybe we can talk about this later. Warzone has something similar for their transition to the Cold War update.
Really?
So Warzone's going to maintain their Modern Warfare engine. They're just going to rework the Cold War weapons to fit into Warzone's, I guess, like everything, right? So the game it's going to handle still like Modern Warfare with those new guns. And supposedly one of the things that's rumored is that this nuke is going to. Dang! Look, there he is.
Look at that full.
And a wild person appears.